So, WordPress 5.8 Tatum was released yesterday, and the tagline was the next stop on the road to full site editing. So let's see what it's supposed to consist of. There are things for the end user, which are block widgets, new blocks and patterns, a template editor, and improvements in the block editor, which includes improvements to the list view, suggested patterns, and Duotone filters. Now, there's not very many developers here today who are active WordPress developers who want to use theme.json in their themes. So we might get on to that at some point. I don't know why for developers is dropping the support for Internet Explorer 11, but there you go. That's something that's happened in WordPress 5.8. WordPress 5.8 has added support for WebP, which is a newish image format, which is smaller, and there's some more stuff with block supports capability, which I've made use of in Gutenberg recently, and now that's part of that has come into WordPress 5.8 as well. Let's go through the list of things that we start off with. Block widgets. Now, anyone who wants to say something more than me can kick in at any time to say what you know about block widgets. We're going to go through it once, very quickly, and then we're going to go through it with live examples. So the idea of block widgets is you now manage your widgets using the block editor. If you're not using the block editor, that might then become a bit of a surprise, but you can turn it off. I have had some interesting experiences with it over the last few days, but basically decided it was best to go and play golf the weekend, and therefore I haven't actually completed all my investigations, but I think it's coming up quite nicely. Thank you very much. There's this thing called new blocks and patterns. Some new blocks that have been introduced are the query loop, which I demonstrated for full site editing. And this query loop has a number of different patterns that you can choose from, where a pattern or a template is provided, which you can then modify. So you can choose from some fairly standard layouts and then customize it from there on. So it's supposed to make it nice and easy for you. Another thing that does patterns is the social icons block. So the query loop block we'll try to see a demonstration of it, constructing queries on the fly inside your post content to display other different bits of content that you might previously had to do using shortcodes, or if you're in a widget area, using widgets. Also available is a new capability of editing templates when you're creating content. This is not all of the capability of Gutenberg has, because a number of different blocks aren't available in WordPress 5.8 yet, but you can enable templates inside your theme, and I've done that for the WP Pompey website today, and we can then have a look at the ability to create templates for the content that you're creating. There's multiple meanings of the word templates. I'm not going to try to explain them all. If you get a bit confused, then do ask. Inside the block editor itself, the list view, which is the tree of blocks that you can see, has been improved, so you can now actually see the whole tree and not just a subset of the tree that we had in previous versions of WordPress. It's also possible to click on the tree and highlight all of the different blocks that are inner blocks within a particular one. All of these things that I've put here, the words come straight from the About Us page, and we can have a look at the About page in a moment. So I mentioned these patterns, the suggested patterns for the social links block shows some links where they all have the same background color, as opposed to having individual colors for each of the different social networks. And finally, for the end user, the ability to colorize your images using duotone filters. So interestingly here, so here we've got two different images. One is showing the duotone with black and a turquoisey blue color, and the other one is with a blue and a red color. So you don't get, it doesn't look like that when you do it. It's either the left side or the right side. For developers, there's this complex file called theme.json, JavaScript object notation, and this will replace some of the PHP settings that you have inside your themes functions.php file, and it will also help define styles and settings for a theme. It's optional for existing themes, classic themes, and it's required for a full site editing theme. And then we have drop-in support for Internet Explorer 11, adding support for WebP and additional block supports. And each of these different links are available on the PDF, which I will upload to wppompey.org.uk, the latest version. And also, they're also in the About page. So here we go. 530 people contributed to WordPress 5.8. And some of those people are WordPress Portsmouth Meetup attendees, Abba, myself, Bobbin Wise, Christopher Churchill, Maya, and Olga. Abba, did you say Olga's in a super contributor section?
Myself, Mahar, and Olga are significant contributors this time. And Herb, you're in there for your help with the meetup marketing stuff, and for FSC and all the tickets and stuff that you do. You're amazing. And Chris for doing stuff with marketing as a dev. So yes, and of course we've had lots of input from other people who are here as well. So, and if you want to help with future releases or even 5.8, there are plenty more opportunities still as we're dealing with the communication side of this now and how to help people use it.